Test. Guys, quick intro. For those people that are watching this not live, we're about to tear this rack apart and redo it. And I'm going to stream it all if the stream works, which is always debatable. I'm going to stream as much of it as I can till my battery dies. But we're going to get crazy up in here. There's going to be wires everywhere. Somebody showed up. At least there's one person. I know the stream is working. Things are about to get crazy up in here, guys. It's probably El Fuego. He's always the first one. I believe the man stalks me. I've had worse stalkers. Just showing up. I'm getting ready to tear this thing apart and redo a bunch of stuff. It's gonna be a long night, and I'm gonna stream until I run out of battery. At which point we'll stop streaming. If you guys have comments, I will catch them here in a minute when I look over that way. I'll be looking back and forth and trying to catch the comments, and I'll do what I can to answer them. But what's going on is I'm taking this rack out. I got to get inside and check on the super cap. And one of the downsides to having all that hid is that I can't check on nothing without disassembling things. So I'm going to be redoing the entire setup back here. Aside from the top panel, everything back here is about to change. It looks good. Looks real good. But being able to get in here and work on stuff is nearly impossible. So we're about to get real. And my wires are live until I get this whole thing took apart. So I got to handle with care. If you guys give me a comment and I don't see it, I don't know. Somebody write a comment so I can see if they're actually working. I got a thumbs up. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I just wanted to make sure that the comments were working. When I try to use that other StreamYard thing, I ain't sure what's going on with that. So the first thing I had to do is get these wires loose and make sure that they ain't gonna have no premarital sex over here, because these two red ones are hot. Very hot. Like 1,000 amps capable. Easy. More than that. Depending on the situation. And we don't want them to come into contact with anything that ain't on the same team. Or else you get sparky babies. We do not need sparky babies. I'll come check out those comments here in a second. Let me get done securing this condom on this here maniac teenager wire. Because if I don't, we're going to have sparky babies. I mean, I could probably lay them off the side and just call it good, but if I did that, sure enough, something would come along and the pimp would come along and do what pimps do. And then we'd have a bunch of sparky babies running around. And that's the last dadgum thing I want or need. So that's good coverage. These are both hot. The other one, I got some tape on it too. It's a ground. I'm going to tape everything. What's up over here? Let's see. GG. Looking good. How much is 10,000 watts? We're putting out 10,000 watts. So yeah. Right now, it ain't putting out nothing. I got condoms on everything. I'm getting ready to pull this all out and redo all the wiring. And my objective is to stream until my battery dies. And so depending on how fast I go will dictate how much it is you guys see. But I will do the best I can to answer questions, respond to comments, and give you guys an interesting show this evening. So we're going to probably be doing this for hours. Just a heads up. This ain't no quick live stream. This ain't no quick, one-nighter. This is one of them all-nighters that all the girls dream about. Yeah, baby. All night. Are you tired yet? No. I ain't tired yet. Let's keep going. Go get that KY. That KY, bring it on in here. Let's get this moving. Let's get it groovy. What's up, Fuego? I figured that was you popping in the very beginning. You late to the party. Man, I'm getting ready to do some crazy things. Just so you know, we're going to pull all the stuff out of here. I got things happening. But if you guys ain't aware, on all your modern amplifiers, it's a really, really, really good practice to disconnect your power while your speakers are still connected. In other words, don't hook up your power wires unless you have speaker wires hooked up. Because a lot of these newer amps straight up don't like that at all. And they'll let you know by smoke signals. Give you some smoke signals, and then you'll notice you did it wrong. So hook up your speaker wires first, then your power wires. Big deal. Write that shit down in your little book. That's the lesson of the day from car audio enthusiasts. It ain't always relevant, but when it is, it really, really, really is. So I could take them loose. I'm going to leave these in there. I'm going to take them loose down here. Some of these Brazilian amps, you hook them up without a speaker wire plugged in, and you got yourself a paperweight. Instant paperweight. There's a reason for it, and I ain't studied up on it, but I know it exists. I got a buddy that sells these things, and I know he talked about the warranties on that. He said people do crazy things, like hook up amplifiers without speakers. Back in the day, that wasn't no big deal, but these days, that can be bad. So now we got that disconnected. We're going to pull these, and the big boy's going to come out of here. Y'all notice the order I did that in, right? It's important. I imagine there's some of y'all saying, what? I ain't never heard nothing like that. Some more of you saying, oh, it don't matter, my amp don't. I do it all the time this way. I do this way all the time. Yeah, until you do it one time, and then you got a paperweight. So you just keep that with a grain of salt. I'll check out the comments here in just a second. I got my hands full at the moment. I got to deliver my baby inside. I'll be right back, folks. We're going in the house. I'm still on audio, but I had to come in because I ain't finna leave my baby sitting outside. She goes straight in here on the couch. On the couch. The cats will be sniffing for the next 2 hours. That's okay. They won't hurt nothing. Whew. Y'all, it's about 900 degrees outside. All right. I'm back in the heat, baby. Let's see what y'all had to say. Oh, man. Thank you, Fuego. There's a couple of y'all. What are y'all doing? Y'all want to watch this old country boy take his stuff apart? All right. I'm down with that. So, I'm hoping I don't have to disconnect this thing, because it's kind of a pain in the butt. The big amp is fairly easy. This guy's a pain in the butt. So I'm hoping I can just take the screws out of it and have it and just kind of, you know, kind of slide it around like a brake caliper, you know. Because trying to get these speaker wires in here, it's real bird dog. I don't want to have to do that. Yeah, okay. Do I got audio? I hope I got audio. I probably do. I think I do. Y'all be yelling at me like, what the hell? Silent video. These are tricky to get in here to these. They're stealth mode. I may have the wrong drill. I do. I need the one with the T25. I couldn't remember what oh, that don't fit right. Let me use this other thing. No, it'll go in there. Screw it. I ain't finna go back in there after that. I can fit this in there. Come on, get up in there. Get up. Where are you going? Get up. Yep. Trying to take a shortcut. That shit ain't working. Y'all in for the long haul? Because it's going to be a silly bill. I'll give y'all a slightly better view where you can actually see when I'm coming and going. What we got here? 2 super caps on a great deal. Same you had. Yeah, I still got it. Can I run 2 of them in parallel like box? Yes, you can. Be right back. I got to get my little thing that reaches up in that hole. It's a deal to hold my bit, you know, for the drill. I don't know what you call it. Somebody's probably yelling at the screen saying, this is so-and-so. Don't you know what the things are called? It's called a so-and-so. Yes. Pay attention. This is class. We in class, baby. We in class. This thing, I need one of these. Jeez. Y'all ain't no help. All right, let's see. What do you say? Awesome deal. Oh, yeah, you did. I guarantee you did. Woo. You're very much welcome, my friend. I'm changing things up, but I don't know exactly how yet. So we're going to play this by ear. Y'all hang out with me until my battery dies. But then I gotta keep going. I can't stop. I can't stop till I get enough. It's like the Jacksons. Except I can't dance. I can sing a little bit, but y'all don't want me to get me started doing that. I can't sing that good. All right. Now that's sketchy. Turn y'all back this way so you can see what's going on. I'm sure you're probably going, hey, you forgot us. We're over here looking at the air conditioner. Dang. What kind of fool, crazy person are you? Yeah, I got the amp laying down. I ain't sure I like the whole scenario. We'll see. I don't know how much. I got some room here, but we're gonna see. I want to do this all different, and I was gonna put it off. I'm gonna put it off to after Sunday, but man, I'm gonna tell you, I have a hard time when I get something in my head. That shit's about to get done. It's gonna get done, or I'm gonna be a beat bloody mess, and still be trying to do it, cause it's just the way I'm wired, man. I am not wired to procrastinate when it comes to making something happen. Once I get that idea in my brain, there ain't no stopping me. And I know there's at least one person in chat right now that's the same damn way. His name's El Fuego. Big extender. Yeah, it's actually the shorty, but wrong drill. But it fits. It's a little skinnier, so it fits up in the hole. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I had a German in here the other day. German. I'm not sure he expected me to be able to speak a little tad of German. I don't speak much, mind you. I can pick out bits and pieces. Got a few phrases. All right. Now that will be chilling over there. Now I got to pull. See, provided I don't have to take these wires loose, I should be able to the whole thing this direction. Norwegian. Yeah, I feel you. Retracted message. Man, people can't make up your dang mind. You want to cuss me out or high five me? Just pick one. I don't care. I ain't picky. I ain't scared and I ain't tender. All right. Now I got to take this thing out back here. And this is where this wired up is still going to be it's going to get interesting. And that may be a mistake. I may have to undo that. I just don't want to. God, it's such a pain in the butt. That's the most aggravating part of the whole rack. I'm probably going to undo it, because I want to change things around a little bit anyway. So, but man, I don't want to. See them the connectors the wires go into are just, it's hard to get the wire crammed in there far enough to where they make contact. When you finally get there, the last thing you want to do is undo that work. I'm trying to find my screws. I didn't have a whole lot up here because I knew I was screwing everything in. So there was going to be screws going through it anyway. So I didn't put but just a few in. It might be all of them. It goes in here kind of tight. We're going to use this pry bar here. It's shaped like a pair of scissors, but it's really a pry bar. Y'all are just confused. It's a scissor shaped pry bar. Oh wait, I got my finger shaped pry bar up in there. Feels like I may still have a screw in here somewhere. Right there, there it is. That's my booger right there. Yeah, I was gonna be out here. I'll be out here all daggum night probably, maybe even a couple of days. So I just figured I'd bring some of my friends out here. Let y'all invite you over. You know, I had pizza earlier, so we already done ate. Y'all out of luck, unless you brought your own food. BYOF, man. Wait, who's talking? Let's see. Saying not along with the stereo bug. Oh yeah, baby, I hear you. What's up, man? Been installing car electronics for 20 years. South Carolina. I've been over there a few times. Nice seeing another professional. Sorry, I am not a professional. I am an idiot with tools. Let's see, the work I can see so far seems to be good work. It is good work, but I'm changing everything. 22 years myself. Started when I was 16. Heck yeah, man. Hitman. I think the top part would look sweet. Vinyl wrap. Yeah, baby. You're right. And I'm trying to get something like that going on. Here, let me get y'all a slightly different position. I got to go down here with my finger-shaped pry bar and see about getting this pulled out. This bottom part. The bottom part's got to come out. I need a tool. Hang on, I know where one is. I know. Let's go look in here. I can't. You know, you ain't a real basehead if you ain't got a panel tool laying in your console. See that? That's my basehead card right there. Panel tool laying in my console. I also got a pot twiddler on point right there. That's my turbo. That's the nitrous button. Because if you ain't got a nitrous button, you can't go fast. So, only the hardcore baseheads will understand that. Understand that reference. So, let's see here. I got this sucker in here tight. When I put it in, I cut it all tight. I cut it specifically to fit tight. What am I? Oh, I see what it is. I installed this little dang switch. More stuff to come out. Hang on. I'll take this panel off. That'll remove the switch and all. See, that's what I'm talking about is this switch right here. Yeah, it's a switch. You know, like the nitrous button switch. Yeah. Now maybe we'll be able to do something. Oh yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Let me make sure I ain't got a screw in here somewhere. Oh, there's one right there. This is 1/4-inch luan. In case y'all were wondering. There we go. Now we'll be jamming. This is what's underneath the luan. 2x12. Like I said, I knew I was mounted to something solid, so I wasn't stressing over it. Let's see what's going on here. Started at 14. Follow hated subs and overnight subs. Father hated subs and overnight. Yes. Well, back when I started, there was no such thing as a sub. There literally was no such thing as a subwoofer. Everything was woofers, mid-ranges, and tweeters. And there was no car audio scene other than some little 6.5s and some 6x9s. Done vinyl a few times myself, but damn, it needs to be cleaned so often because road dust and everything. Hang on, let me show y'all something. Check this out. This is a stash. Okay, this is my stash now. You see, this how long? It's more than 6 foot long by about 5 foot by more than 6 foot. It's a big old piece. Actually, it's probably closer to 7 foot long by about 5 foot wide. And this is that stretchy, the stretchy red, real bright red. Now the reason I have this is because I had a build a couple of builds ago. Actually, it was a build before this one, and it was a DS18 build, and I was doing red. I had the DS18 Hooligan 15 and a DS18 Hooligan 5K in a Ford Edge. Had the edge all murdered out black with a few red accents. The grill was all murdered out. It was tight. It was really tight. But yeah. Yeah, well, see how I wound up with that actually is yeah, it's a nice piece of vinyl. But how I wound up with that was I was at Joann's picking up some stuff from my buddy who's got a car audio shop. I was up there visiting, and he'll do that to me. He'll be like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." He said, "You want to, run to the store or take some customer home because they done dropped off their car and they're gonna pick it up tomorrow, So he'd be like, "Can you yeah, I carried customers home, picked the customers up, ran to the store, picked up parts, go get food. I ran all over the place for him, but I was at Joann's picking up some carpet, and they had a real good sale going on some alligator hide vinyl, some alligator and shark skin, both of those two, some straight black, like a leather, like a rough leather, and that red. It was all really cheap, and I bought everything they had. That alligator was probably my favorite though. I had that on my box in my F-150. I can do a quick walkthrough. Yes, sort of. Yeah, I'll have to make it quick though, because most of it's laying on the back deck back here. Why does the 80 series Land Cruiser don't have a good speaker placements? Right. You might be able to order some of the universal ones. They have some universal pods and use those, because that Land Cruiser is really square and flat. So there may be a lot of places where you can use the universal pods. So check into that, the custom speaker pods. Hang tight. Let me switch the camera around. All right, y'all pay attention here, because I'm going to give you a quick run in, but I got to go back to work. I can't mess around too much. I got a lot of wiring to do and undo. So back here is my 412 C-pillar wall. That's where the boom boom happens back here. And it's tuned to 28 hertz, has 4300 series, DS18, or not DS18, but Deadbot's Apocalypse 300 series, 2000 watt RMS subs in here. I've had them for about 4 years, and I've been slamming 2000 watts on them each ever since I got them. Now I'm putting about 2500 on them. The front stage, well, you saw the amps back there, but up here, custom speaker pods and the doors, customspeakerpods.com, links down below. maybe, but if it ain't, it will be. Use my coupon code for 10% off, baby. Got the A pillars done. Got the Audio Dynamic 3000 series in the A pillars. I got Duck Bunts machetes down here. And DS18 tweeters. Normally, there's amps back here. Right now, it's an empty space. So I can't understand what you're saying there, my friend. That's not my language. Not even my letters. It's the wrong letters. You got to use the other keyboard. Yeah, that don't make no sense. Okay. I know it makes sense to you. You probably can't understand what I'm saying. I'm not even sure why you would be watching. Wait, is there a translation app or something? Because I don't speak whatever that is. I apologize. Thank you. So, oh yeah, solid as hell. Motion tweeter. I don't know. What's the SPL score? This, the last time I measured it was a 148.3. I can probably squeeze out about a 149, maybe a 50, if I push everything hard. All right. Now, yeah, we're going to have to do something about this amp. I'm going to have to disconnect it on one end or the other, because this ain't going to fly. I got to get this out of the way. I need all this out of the way. I got to pull my board down. See, this can come down too. This board can come down. Actually, this is a 1 by 12. This can come down, and that'll give me not much really. I mean, not even, yeah. This little board down here's got to come out. I got to get it to where I can get everything out of there. So I got to pull this two board. I got to get this out of here. I got to unhook this. I didn't want to. Why are y'all making me unhook this? Jeez. It'd be that, or it'd be like laying on the ground or something. I can't have none of that. So it's going to have to come out. Let's flip it over. Pull some slack in them wires. Man, I didn't want to have to undo these wires. Anybody that's messed with small speaker wires and a whole bunch of them, you all know what's up. You know how much of an aggravation that is. That's good. If I could get... Yeah, I don't need that much power. That would be an unbalanced scenario. See that? That would be a problem. There wouldn't be anywhere for me to put it. Even if I was running two, I can't be running a 9.5K on two subs and an 8K on the other two. I mean, technically, I probably could. I'd have to gain match them to the lowest. I got to gain match the 9.5K to the 8K. But why is that not working right? But it's not advisable, because the rate that the volume changes on them. And this is hot too. I gotta watch myself. See which one's hot. This one I'm finna pull out. It's gonna be hot. So let's get the ground out first. Give me a second. I gotta have this together. I can't be messing up anything. I gotta protect this positive lead, because it's hot. And there are metal things around in the woods. Once I get that out of the way, I ain't tripping on a whole lot else, because that sucker will be safe. Then we'll turn back around and see what you guys are yelling at me about. I know I'm getting yelled at about something. All right. This is the 12-volt lead. Here we go. If you're wondering why everything's hot, it's because the batteries are back here. And I do not have it fused between my batteries and my amps. Now I'm going to tell you about that. You don't need a fuse between your battery and your amp if they're real close together. It's pointless for almost every single way, except for one way. One cool thing about having a fuse between your battery and your amp is that you can disconnect the power from the amp at the fuse, and then whenever you're doing this stuff, you ain't working with live wires. But beyond that, it doesn't help in any way. So there's that. I had to make sure there wasn't nobody yelling at me about something I needed to pay attention to. All right, let me get the rest of these wires out of here, and then we're going to start doing the big stuff. The big stuff will go pretty quick, but I do have to be real careful with it again because it is hot. So now these wires now, while one of them is still hot, it's going to be all by itself, and it's taped up, insulated. Get it in here. And the other one's a ground. These two are speaker wires. I had this thing tuned and everything. I might play that. That's all right. I'll get through the rewiring of the speakers, man. I will. I'll get through that. I will. Y'all have faith in me. I know there's somebody out there. El Fuego's got faith. He knows I ain't gonna give up until it's done. All right, now I just got to get the little aggravation out of there. These are the ones that bug me. See, this amp has really, the terminals go up in here for a ways. So you got to get that wire way up in there and get it inside there and get that screw a hold of it. And the problem, besides having to get it way up in there, is that when you screw down on it with the thing, you want to get a good bite on that wire. You don't want it to pull out, right? At the same time, if you bite too hard, you'll actually cut the wire. It'll pull out anyway. So finding that balance is tricky. And there's always at least one wire that thinks you're a chump and just wants to play you. You know, wants to give you the game. And then you got to square him away, but not without a struggle, because you know he ain't weak. So you're gonna have to fight his game for a minute before you're gonna whoop that butt. You're gonna go down easy. Gonna give you a fight. All right. Now we should be. Okay. Whew. That was fun. This one's going inside the Tahoe. Let me get it stowed. Going up here in the front seat. Oh, front seat action. All right. I didn't wear my Cheech and Chong headband today, so I got sweat in my eyes. Now we're gonna get in here to the nitty gritty. This should just slide right on out of here now without no fight, no fuss. Y'all see the back side of my carpet work? That's not bad, right? It's got clean edges, nice clean 45s. You know, I ain't no slouch. That's where you find out how good a man's carpet job is to look at the side that he ain't supposed to see. If that's clean, he's a good carpet man. All right. Let's see. Yep. I'm gonna do that. All right, I gotta see what y'all said. I'm gonna take a break and clean the sweat out of my eyeballs and catch up on the comments. All right, what we got here? Old amp working. Agreed about the fuse between battery and amp. Yeah. Gonna do that. Definitely make things easier. Yeah. Opinion on SCAR SKV2 1500 amp. along with the same size cap running two SVR10s. SCAR amp's fine. The only downside that I've run into with SCAR amps is they tend to be a little bit inefficient. So you want to get about 80% of the power. They're usually, if you're getting about 80% of the power out of them, running into like, 2 ohms, you'll get into the 80s in efficiency, which is pretty good. But whenever you start trying to pull 1 ohm, the efficiency drops down epically low. So you're going to have to give it quite a bit more power than you would a different amp. SCAR amps tend to be fairly inefficient. If you can give him enough power, he'll make his power. But you've got to give him a lot of amperage to get there. So bear that in mind. Does it make a difference if I put sound deadening in my rear doors, even if I haven't put speakers there? Pick up even in the roof. Roof, definitely. Rear doors, yes. And a pickup truck, the cab is small enough, they'll actually ring from it. But the roof is more important. You definitely want to deaden the roof and the front doors, and whatever you have left over, use that on the back doors. Actually, the roof, the front doors, that back panel between the cab and the bed, the back of the cab, get in there with some strips to get that deadened some. Fill up them little air vents. There's 2 little air vents, one on each side. You're going to probably want to sound deaden those, or they'll rattle on bass notes. So you have to get in there and take it out and like put a plug in it to sound deaden it. And then once you get done with all that, then your back doors. Same cap as me, yes. 32, awesome. Tar amps and B2 audio. Good choice. As long as you use everything properly, you won't have any issues with that. I need a 32 inch. You're talking about a sub, and you're right. I'd like to have 2 of them. I'm a big sub guy. So, because your view made a big difference. Oh, son. Yeah, it makes a huge difference, especially if you're running AGM. That cap makes a huge difference. And right now, let me show you down here inside. Just want to show it to you before I go in and pulling everything apart. Right over here, there's the ultra cap right there. You see that green light down there, right? The green light's on. It's ready to boom. When that light goes into maintenance mode, which I can do that, then these terminals go cold, except for the fact that they're hooked up to that lithium over here. So when I put that in maintenance mode with the app, or if it goes into its own, then the terminals go cold until it's actively cease charging again. Then it'll turn itself back on. It's very cool, these ultra caps. But if I had to pick between the ultra cap and my trunk under lithium, for power, I pick the lithium. The trunk under lithium is the bomb. Yeah, I have to, because it just has so much more storage. But, you're comparing a banana to a steak dinner. It's 2 different things. 2 different budgets, too. But yeah, a couple of those ultra caps, the whole bank of those ultra caps will work great. I'm going to have to refill. Y'all, my Diet Coke is very, very low. So I got to go get some Diet Coke. I got to get some caffeine and drop some of this sweat. I'm going to grab my Cheech and Chong bandana too. See, y'all may not appreciate this new mic setup that I got, but man, actually you might, because it sounds awesome. It sounds awesome as a wireless mic. It's going to sound. I don't know I think I got about 2 hours left on the phone, maybe, before the battery dies. Distortion, lagging, yeah. That's because I was putting my headband on. So hang on, let me see if I got an issue. I'll check it. I ain't that gum, but I got it on kind of wrong, and it's pulling on my ear. Okay. Started before headband. Okay. Is it still doing it? Is it doing it right now, or is it clear right now? Huh. All right, hang on. Could be lagging. Okay, hang tight. Maybe I can get it connected to the house. Let me see if I can make this work. Maybe I won't lose you guys. All right, y'all still there? Did the lag go away? Okay, I hope it did. All right, good. I connected to the Wi-Fi on the house. The thing on that Wi-Fi is, if I'm very far away from the house, the phone, it turns into the problem. But if I'm close back here and I'm fairly stable, it's a more consistent internet. The phone will go plumb sketchyville before it lets go of that Wi-Fi, so I have to manually turn it off so that it don't do stupid stuff if I'm running around out here streaming, which I do. Okay. Back to work. Back to play. Back to work play. So the next step here is to clear out everything that doesn't need to be over here before I start messing with them big wires. Yeah, about the fuse at the amp. Legit, even if you ain't gonna fuse at the amp, if you put a distribution box there where you can take the wires loose, yeah. Some way to disconnect them power wires from the batteries and the amp, and also some way to disconnect the power wires, of course, from the batteries from the front. You should have fuses there anyway. And I do have fuses there, but I haven't pulled them because all that's up front is the alternator, and it ain't doing nothing. It's just sitting there being a chunk of metal. So the only thing hot is the batteries. There ain't nothing hot up front right now. So pulling those fuses won't help the situation. All right, I got to take these two boards out, and I'm going to slide that back up in there where it'll be out of the way. Slide these over here. Yeah, I didn't want to have to do this, but man, there was just too many things that I want to do that I needed to get in here to do. So we're doing it. All right. So let's get this. What did I use? I used T25s. Pretty much always use T25s. When I had first put this on, I just had 3 screws in this whole board. And when I was at the show a couple shows ago, I had EXO Contralto out there, and we were slamming the snot out of it and giving him a demo. I gave him several demos, and the amp rack broke the screws, those 3 screws. The system broke all 3 of those big old screws. It was like this. And the amp rack fell down. And I come back here to investigate. It was laying down. And Bruce was like, dang. I was like, I'm going to keep going. We ain't done yet. And we demoed some more. I'll fix it later. So when I put it back together, I upgraded screws and I put more of them. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty up in here. Y'all can see how Humpty Dumpty goes together. This is the box right here. This is all facade up here. It's a really good looking facade if I don't say so myself. That's expander foam right there. Ain't that crazy? I put that in the hole. Y'all, I squirted that inside, from inside the box. In the hole, that board was already back here. And that expander foam managed to get through there and come out where these wires do and spread that big from being in a hole that I could barely put my pinky in. It just snuck on in there and went like that. Crazy. Let's see what's up. Finished my setup. Goes a few months. Yeah, I know. I have the same problem. Would you press a pause button that makes it bigger by 5 inches, but it becomes, we see, what that said, would you press a button that makes it bigger by 5 inches, but it becomes black? So yeah, okay. See, now I like your thoughts process, but now don't mess with me too much because I'll whip it out. No, I'm kind of special. I'm not like most white guys, and I'll just leave it at that. You know, that's not. I had lots of friends that had that problem, but I'm not one of them. So, I'm not sure how that happened, but it did. Now we're going to move on. I'm going to let your imagination work on that. All right. Man, ask me crazy questions. Well, I tell you what. World is coming to. Let's see. This ain't a good way to do this. This is my front stage speaker wire. It's 9-wire. I highly recommend this technique. It's really good. I'm going to slide it back up in here though. Actually, no, I'm not. Because it might get stupid. I got to figure out which, oh yeah. I need to take this piece of wood out right here. That's an all right. Get that out of there. That gives me a little bit more access. This whole thing went together with scrap wood. This box came out of a Chevy, I forget the name of the little car, Cobalt. It was built into the back of a Chevy Cobalt. And so it's a slip in, you know. It's 2.5 inches thick all the way around, all the sides, and it's got 2 braces. Two before running front to back between the top and bottom sub on both sides, and then some corner bracing. It's all MDF. Heavy Palm Beach. All right. So we're going to start with, I guess, we can get these out too. I got to pull this out too. This whole rack's got to come out. I forgot. All of this stuff is built in after the fact. So I got to pull this out. And then this board here will come out. It was built in layers, like an ogre. I don't remember. I think it was T25. When I started building, I didn't have a clear destination. I had most of a destination. So, as I built, I figured out where I was going. That's the artistic way. But whenever you're trying to take stuff apart or modify it, it can be tricky because of that. There is one right there, I think. We may have to bypass that screw. There's something else. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's not. Nothing. Ain't nothing major. What else did I have on this thing? Oh yeah, I got multiple pieces of wood up in here. That's definitely a screw right there. But I can't get that sucker. I can't find the head of it. I was going to just pull it through, but it ain't wanting to do that. It's not structural. There we go. I found it. It's not structural. This is all just dress. You see how I wasn't thinking about taking this apart, right? That was not in my brain. We was focused on putting it together, not taking it apart. I will say this though, if you come to steal my stuff, you better bring some tools. It's going to take you a minute. I've already thought of that. All right. All right, we'll get this board out of here. All of this was reclaimed, trimmed out of businesses that have been tore out over here next door. And all this reclaimed wood, it just went together. It became a thing. It did a couple of shows, and now it's coming apart. And I'm going to redo this whole back side for a bunch of reasons. One of them is I want to have my lithium out here front and center. Somehow. I ain't figured that part out yet. But it needs to be out here on display. Display and that play. Yeah. Now I got my little strap. I'm gonna have to get the socket set to get that sucker out. Oh, wait a minute. I don't remember if that's got a Phillips head in it or not. No, I think it's a socket. I don't think I got one. Anyway, what I did is I used like a fabric belt and run it around the lithium and then screwed it down the deck so it's kind of corralled. Mind you, the cabling kept it 90% in place anyway. The strap is just that extra little bit of security. Let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Thanks, Scotty. Let me go back and look, see what you guys have said up here, because I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Ooh-wee. Button, yeah, the button one, okay. My 15s come out of my van about 20 times a month for something. Yeah, I'm not trying to be that dude, but I feel that. I totally feel that. Thoughts on focal amps for my two-way kicker amp. Thoughts on focal amps for my two-way and kicker amps for my sub. Focal makes great amps, but they ain't worth the price. That's just, look up Match 1. You want a real good amp, like an extreme amp that's not terribly break the bank expensive. Match 1. Look those guys up and even check into Ricoh. Ricoh makes some real good amps and they're really inexpensive. But yeah, matches or Matchup. That's what it's called. Matchup. Look up Matchup, MATCHUP, and if you can find any of the old JL Audio Slash amps, the 450/4 is a really good mid and highs amp. And any of the Alpines from the early 90s that still work, they have extremely low THD and very high damping factor. They're excellent amplifiers. I found govern my spending, but I tinker every. Yeah, yep, me too. I don't have to govern my spending. There ain't nothing to spend. Tar amps, great. Just be sure to hook up the subwoofer, but we'll hook up the power and the ground. And don't go below 1 ohm. That's my thoughts on tar amps. Well, if you bring it over here, Daniel, you bring your system over here, I'll help you with it. Springfield, Missouri, baby. Dr. Tanker. That's a hell of a name. You went crazy with that alt key. Tar amps most of the time. Yep. Scotty Aldugatti. Ain't nobody want to steal from me. Hey man, you're right. I don't run into any issues with people trying to steal from me. I give my shit away too much for people probably stealing my stuff. You're making a how-to guide for thieves with this live show. Hey baby, and you know what? If a thief has got enough cojones to spend hours out here with the impact trying to get this thing out of here, you know what? I said, man, just take it. Go on with it. You want it more than I do. Good luck with that. Right after I shoot him in his head. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Was that loaded? I didn't know it was. I don't know how this works. I didn't know how that worked. Okay, hold up. Let's see. What else we got? A couple of JP amps. I don't know what I'm going to put them in. I got a bunch of dang amps that I don't know what to put in. Right on that money too, baby. Oh, somebody done put a message up as hell for review. I might as well take the truck at that point. Yeah, I got a switch hit in there that you got to flip or it won't start. On top of the alarm system and everything else. Somebody is straight up messaging. I got to see what they vote. Hold on. Messages hell for review. I don't know what that. Oh, it looks like a penis. It looks like a penis. You know what? Yeah, I'll give you the penis. I'll let your penis go. Wait a minute. Let me get up here. I'll show this penis. Somebody, this was his idea. Did it come out there? Let's see what this other one is. Another penis. Faded Bones likes penises. So, and it won't let me show it. He keeps drawing penises with his little, I don't know what's it, a penis or a gun or something. I don't know what it is. maybe he likes guns, or maybe he likes penis guns. I don't know. But for whatever reason, the little chat moderator is shutting that down. So sorry for that. If you meant to draw a gun, then that's cool. If you meant to draw a penis, hey man, everybody to their own thing. You know, I ain't gonna sweat that either. But no, I keep it real. I might have to take that battery out. I can start pulling these wires loose though. I got to get my wrenches, which are over here now. One of my tips is when you're working on these, oh, I've heard enough, and poof, adios, peace, brother. Have a good day, Faded Bones. When you're working on batteries and power wires and yeah, the amps are, one of them's in the house and one of them's in the passenger seat. You missed the show. You must have been working. You got stuck on work meeting. Yeah. You missed a lot because the amps are everywhere. I got the whole thing pulled out. I'm dissecting. Yeah, Faded Bones, I don't know what he did. I think he might have got offended when I said he was into penises. I don't know. But he had sent me a message, it looked like a penis. And a little, you know how you take the little equal signs and the D and you make a penis? He sent me 2 or 3 of those, and the moderator wouldn't let it go through. When I saw him, I called him out, and I guess he left. I don't know. It may have been supposed to be a gun. I don't know what it was. But the moderator didn't like it, so that's it. Yeah, we're taking out a bunch of stuff and I'm rebuilding the whole back side. I want more access, El Fuego. That's what we're doing back here. See what we got. Got too real. Hey, I do get real, man. You know, I don't try to offend people. I try not to offend people, but I'm not that kind of person to go around being mean to people. I'm not like that. That goes against everything in my soul. But I am who I am, you know. Let's see. That is, man, I got so many wires. Yeah, Fuego, I'm having a meeting of my own tonight. So that's a power wire. Let's pull those two. What I was going to say was, when you're working on this stuff, it's real cool to have short wrenches because they're not as likely to bump into things. And if you really want to get cool with them, you can insulate them like this, put a heat shrink. If you want to get even cooler than that, you can heat shrink the whole back end of it and just leave this part exposed. And that way, if you accidentally bump something, you don't have spark babies. Yeah, so there you go. Tip of the day. Short wrenches, insulated everywhere. You ain't got to have a whole bunch of torque to tighten these things up. So you take a pair of shorties, take them to a grinder, and cut this closed end off, and insulate this whole part, grind it down nice and smooth, and insulate the whole half, and then you got a wrench that's very unlikely to make spark babies. That's my tip of the day. If you don't take nothing else away from it, take that away. But I got to get something done. I can't screw around too much. There we go. Yeah, I'm redoing all this. I'm moving the batteries and stuff. For those that have popped in random locations, kind of don't know what the hell's going on or why the world is all sideways, you know, why Joe Biden's in office, all them poor folks. Notice how I slipped my political standings in there. Yeah, baby, I did. But I'm redoing the whole power side of this, and the amps had to come out to get to it. That's kind of the unfortunate side effect of having everything built the way I did. Who's to go? Whoa, what we got here? Spark babies. My whole car on fire. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Pro tip, heat shrink the short wrenches. Damn Skippy. What am I trying to fix? Yes. That's what we're fixing. We're fixing yes. One last question before I go to work. Focal Flux, 3-way versus Focal K2s. Morale. That's my answer. I ain't a fan. Don't get me wrong, Focals sound great. They sound amazing. Morale sound better. Audio Frog also sounds better. Focals, if you're going to spend Focal money, man, go with Audio Frog or Morale. Focals have a real barky sound in the mid-range, and I never really liked. It's annoying. Spending all that money. If I'm trying to spend lots of money on speakers, I want the best I can get. I want something that sounds amazing. You know, if you got Focals for $200, damn Skippy, I'd buy them. But if you're spending that kind of money, man, get some Morels or Audio Frogs. You're going to be happy with either one of those two. I don't know about this cat. We're just going to fix him. Oh, Faded Bones. Faded Bones now. Faded Bones is faded the hell out. I don't know what he's up to, but we ain't going to have none of it. He keeps changing things and poking up things. What happened here? I missed something. Dr. Tanker. That's Chris. Tanker, yeah, to pay the caddy fire. That's sad. Sad state of affairs. Coast Car Audio. Hey, brother, Coast Car Audio in here with you. Gulf Coast, Mississippi. I've been down there quite a few times. Louisiana and Mississippi. I've chased a bunch of ladies that direction. I occasionally caught one. Sometimes they even let me hold their hand. But that's a whole nother story. Focals was fire my ride. I like I said, I ain't tripping on that. I agree. Focals sound great. Audio Frogs sound better. And so do Morel. In my opinion. Yep. Alright. I got a couple wires. I need to get some more wires. I'm trying to get all the hot ones first. Get all them hot ones out of the way. Since I've started on the hot ones, I'm going to continue on the hot ones. Speaking of hot ones, you guys watch that show? You know the show I'm talking about, where they interview the people while they eating them crazy hot wings? If you don't know the show, if you ain't never seen Hot Ones, oh, you're about to go down a rabbit hole that you won't never forget. South Carolina, yes, baby, yes. Oh man, South Carolina, Gulfport, Mississippi, and Louisiana, Shreveport. Man, if you're lonely, go to Shreveport. You'll find some love down there. But no, the show is called Hot Ones. HOTWO or ONES. Hot Ones. It's on YouTube. What they do is, for those that don't know, what they do is they have celebrities come on, all kind of celebrities come on there, and they interview them. And while they're doing the interview, the celebrity and the interviewer are both eating crazy insane hot wings. And they get hotter and hotter as the interview goes on. And it's great entertainment. But what's funny is, I think the best part of the show is the questions that they ask in the interview. They ask some of the most awesome questions. Awesome questions. Like, you've heard a regular generic interview of some stars and stuff? They ask the general questions. How did you do in that movie? What did blah, 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 blah. It's always the dumb, same old generic questions. But they ask really good questions. Like if you sit down and you say, man, whenever I talk to this dude next week, I get to ask him 10 questions. I want the 10 very best questions I could think of. And you sit there for a whole week and you thought about the very best questions you could ask. That's the questions that they ask. Really good stuff. And they've had everybody from George Foreman to, it don't matter. It's singers, actors, comedians, all kind of crazy people on there. Just look up Hot Ones and watch it. Just the playlist is crazy. Pad scraping the coast. Did a 165. Yeah. 612s. Ooh. That must have been a B-pillar. Funniest Hot Ones, in my opinion, was Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay was hilarious. Dude got bent the hell up. He was a mess. Oh my God, dude. Funny stuff. And Ramsay's hilarious anyway. I like him. Just swapped out to Sundown yesterday. Sundown makes some really awesome stuff. Yes, I agree, Doc. Sundown's one of those companies that makes 99% awesome stuff. But the only downside is they also charge a premium for knowing that they're going to make awesome stuff. So if you can pick and choose from other companies, you can get the equivalent for less money. It is what it is, But don't get me wrong, Sundown does make some wicked bad subs and some wicked bad amplifiers. Oh, I want to show y'all something. If you haven't been paying attention, you probably haven't been able to. You see the cap? The lights are off. That means it ain't putting out any power. So now if I short these two terminals, nothing happens. Actually, it will be a teeny little spark. It's got the computer in there will still do a tiny little spark, but it's nothing to sniff at. But it's the bulk of the current's cut off. As soon as it detects it ain't being charged anymore, it shuts the battery off, shuts the cap off, so it becomes a dead cap, which is very cool. The technology that they put in that is pretty on fire. So now we ain't got no hots. We got the only hots we got on the cap are the ones coming from the alternator right here. And the grounds are all there. And then the lithium, all I've got on it is grounds. The hot, this right here is hot, but it ain't, it's just that lug. So we're going to get it out of here. I'm going to get the grounds off of it. See, the problem is, one of the things I'm wanting to accomplish, again, is put the lithium in the spotlight some kind of way. I want to be able to I want folks to see what's powering this system. I could tell you that all I'm running back here is something the size of a lawnmower battery, but mostly you ain't gonna believe that, right? Be like, yeah, whatever. Especially when you see me, you know, see the power that I'm putting out. And so this dude right here, this little guy right here. Now, I need to find something. I need something that y'all know what's up. Diet Coke can. Okay. Diet Coke can. You see that? You see that? That's how small this thing is. And I ain't strong anymore. Look here, let me show you. Watch this. That's how light it is. like, hold on. Hold on, watch. Pinkies. That's it. And I could hold 2 or 3 of these like this. I think that all by itself is kind of all you need to see, right? And this little dude right here, this little trunk thunder lithium, little banger, will handle a 10,000 watt amplifier with a 300 amp alternator backing it up. All by itself. Yeah. How do I know that? Because I've been running it that way. Cool. Price on that? Yeah, baby. Fuego knows what's up. Hold up. I got another one. Watch this. Here's this, right? Watch this. Wait, look. Wait. 2 fingers. Middle finger and thumb. I just want to make it clear this thing don't weigh nothing. I don't know. They're not, the little bangers ain't up no more. Out of them. But he's got some more stuff coming in. He says it's going to be even better than the little banger. So, yeah, you need to get with that. And I got a link in all of my videos. It may not be in this one, but in any other of my last few month videos, there's a link in there. Just head over to Trunk Thunder Lithium. Use my coupon code CAE10 and grab one. And we'll get what he's got going on. So you're gonna pay a similar price that you'll pay with somebody else that's making high quality stuff. But what you're getting is thoroughly tested and well engineered. Like this guy's got a medical grade balancer built into it. It's ready to go. And I can tell you right now, this is a serious little battery. Like crazy serious little battery. If you're familiar with what's it called, the Titan 8? Well, this is very similar to the Titan 8, but more power. Yeah. And I believe it's less expensive. Don't quote me on that. But with my discount code 10% off, we'll save you some bucks. All right, we're moving things. I don't know how much of the refit I'm going to get done today, but I got a bulk of the teardown done. See, when I had this set up, when I originally put all this in, everything was hunky-dory, and I had it all set up with the amplifier that was in here, and everything was clean and perfect. And then the amp went tits up, and I had to try to, and so when I put the other amp in there, nothing fit right. Everything was all wonky. Let's see. Golf cart? Yeah. We'll totally run at 8K, no problem. Have a nice day, and good luck on your mods. Thank you. See you later, Ken. You have a good day yourself. Doc, 415s on the golf cart, baby. Yeah, that sounds good. I want 450. Actually, I would like to have. What I think I'm going to do in here is 418s or 421s. I want to go the biggest thing I can go, and still be able to put at least 2,000 watts, 2,000, 2,500 watts on each one, safely for an all-day demo vehicle. That's the specs I need. And but you'll notice that I didn't call out no name brands. That's because I don't work that way. I want to find a speaker that's the right size, has the right characteristics, the right parameters, and that's the one I'll run. It don't matter whether it's Scar, Sundown, or Boss. If it's got the right characteristics and it's the right thing, it's the thing that I want, I don't care what brand it is. The brand is just a name of somebody's name. I have 615s on my van, and I love it. But a van got a lot more room. Yeah. Oh, now, see, I got plenty of room. Hell, I'm doing a C-pillar wall, and I got all kind of space left over back here. I ain't tripping on space. Space isn't a problem. I could do a sixth order. You know, I could do a fourth order with like 621s in here. Damn right. Or a flat wall with 4. Flat wall sounds cooler. You know why? Because people on YouTube hear with their eyeballs. So if you can see the speaker, it's louder than if you can't see the speaker. It is what it is. Plus, I like the way flat walls sound. 6-passenger, 415 PSI. PSI, good stuff. They make excellent recons. All right, let's get these wires off of this one. I wonder how much phone is left. Whew. See what's crazy is my little mic, which I hope is sounding okay. I hope it ain't sounding dumb again. But the receiver on my mic is right here. Now see that? See all them lights? That's the receiver. It's actually getting powered off the phone. So not only is the phone shooting video and uploading it, but it's also powering the receiver at the same time. It's a busy little device. And I'm not sure how long we've been chooching at this right yet, but it's been a minute. And it's still going, and I was only at like 70-something% battery when I started, so I'm impressed with my little Galaxy phone. It can't have a lot of life. It's got, I think I figured out one day I could go for about 3 hours on between 3 to 4 hours on a full charge with my mics getting power off the phone. All right. Now this, let's see here. Y'all some illustrations. This dude right here, this is my 2 power wires coming from the alternator. They run through 2 fuses up there, and then right as they come into this space, they come in here and connect straight up to the capacitor. This is all going to change a little bit though. Actually, it's probably going to change quite a bit. I ain't figured out how yet. And then these guys, this guy connected to the ground. These guys right here are tied into a ground that I got bolted through the body and the frame right there. And then I got grounds running to the frame and the body and all that. So I'm running a floating ground off the body, not a solid ground all the way to the front. But it gets the power back here, so we ain't tripping on that. I just got to figure out how I was looking for that. Couldn't find it. Now I know where it is. It was up in there hiding, floating around up in there. I got a lot of thinking to do and a lot of figuring to do, because I got to figure out how I'm going to redo this. Disassembly doesn't require a lot of thought, just careful so I don't blow things up. Don't need no little sparky babies flying around trying to get some child support. So how many of y'all came from a split up family? I got my hand up. Mom and dad was divorced, and both sets of my grandparents were divorced. Mom's grandparents and my mom's parents and my dad's parents, they were all divorced, and my mom and dad were divorced. I came from a split up family. It's an interesting way to grow up. Changes your whole perspective on everything. Yeah. 15s are 1980 G20s. My box needs a lot of work still, but it's a good daily bumper. Been on the beach a few times with it, and it's never died or cut out. Yeah, I don't. I will say this about my DeathBonds amps. So far, I've had 3 of them. I've never had one cut off for heat. Not one. Not one time on any of my 3 different DeathBonds amps have I had one shut off because it got hot. Yeah, that would be true. Floating amp racks would look cool back here, Adrian, but I got 2 amps back here. You know, what are you gonna do? It's not a lot of love to really get crazy with. So on just battery power, I haven't tested that, but I can easily play a whole 4 or 5 minute track off just that lithium bank without dropping below mid 12s and running full tilt boogie on 10,000 watts. If that answers your question. I know this. I have tested that. I don't know how far I could go. I don't know. I've only went through one track. You know, so we went through, it was 4.5 minutes, and we played Ghost and stuff. It was Ghost and stuff and something else, but it was 4.5 minutes that I ran it before, and it got down into the mid 12s, and that's when I cut it off. Yeah. Probably could have ran double that, but I can't speak on that. I can only tell you what I know for sure. I know that Brandon did some tests and ran for much longer than that on big loads, bigger loads than what I was giving it. Now, if I have the vehicle running, even on just one alternator on my 370 by itself, with the 370 hooked up to the lithium, I can demo nonstop, indefinitely. It'll never get below like 13.1, and that's at the hardest possible songs, playing the perfect notes to really drain it. It won't never get below 13.1 if I'm running my 370 on just Trunk Thunder Lithium. That's on 10,000 watts. I know that for a fact. That is fact, Jack. All right, son. I got lots of bolts that ain't where they belong. I'm usually very much against that, and these are, oh hell, they're the same threads as these other ones. Now, what I think I'm going to do, guys, is I think I'm going to be running my lithium by itself back here. And the reason is not because I have a problem with the caps. I do not. The reason is because I want to promote the Trunk Thunder Lithium. And I can't think of a better way to promote it than to have it back here solo in that 9.5K by itself, so folks can see this is what you're doing and this is what you're doing it with. Now, there may be some folks out there that would dishonestly hide this cap up underneath and be trying to boost things, but that's not me. So if I tell you I'm running this is what I'm running. I ain't playing around. We ain't doing no shady business. So I got to come up with a way to do this battery. Let's think about this. I'll get y'all involved. Y'all kind of have my idea, right? Live for it, yeah, Savage. Hell yeah, good idea. Yeah, baby. Where did I get the green lights above the rack? Amazon. They're rock lights, and they come with a little chrome ring that goes around, a little oval-shaped chrome ring, and they're cheap as hell. These have been running for like 2 years. That's the ones you want. You want the ones with the like 5 little LEDs in them and the chrome ring around the outside. Specifically get those. A whole bunch of them is junk. These suckers here will handle the roughness. I know I haven't blown one yet. I got one stuck under the hood that's been exposed to engine temperatures for 2 years, and it still works. So they've taken all kind of abuse. I'm really impressed with them. CPU fans, the king of the wiring. Single and dual coil, different ohm ratings. Yes, nice, cool. All right, so check this out. I want y'all to look at this with me. We're going to talk about it. We're going to look at it, and then we're going to talk about it. All right. I need to make this a safe location. Because I'm going to start, when I start the building process, when I started, I'm going to be doing a lot of design work, and I won't be live at that point because I just need to focus on what I'm doing. And there's going to be a whole lot of staring and thinking. But right now, I'm going to show you what I got in my brain. So I got a couple of ideas kind of floating around in my head. So let's get over here. Let me get over here at a different position for y'all. I want you to look at this. We're going to look at it. Okay, y'all know that I got an amp up here and an amp over here, and I'm probably also, you know what? I'm gonna put Darth Vader back in here. Damn it, Darth Vader is going to join the 9.5K, baby. If I can make them both fit, they're going in here now. Okay, you see, I have 2 terminals here, 2 terminals here. I have a way to handle the power wires. This is one idea though, right? Just like this, right here. I could build the rack around this so it's locked in place, but it'll be completely exposed. I really like this idea because once I come in here, that edge is underneath that box. Once I come in here and go around this part with a piece that'll lock it in here, it'll be completely locked in here, but look like it's just sitting there. And that right there would show off what's running this bad boy. All right? That's the idea. That's the only idea. I'm stuck on that. We got to stare at that a little bit. You got to stare at that. Y'all give me some. Here, let me turn around here where I can see y'all and y'all can see that. I'll switch it up. I want y'all to think about this. Help me think. I look like Aunt Jemima. And no, I ain't your mama. Take off your damn shoes. All right. The man with a plan. Thank you, sir. Oh, Fuego, you're awesome, man. You're so uplifting. I appreciate you every time you come in here. Let's see what we got going on here. My kind of channel. I appreciate that, 22 Savage. Depends on the speaker. Yep, we're doing the advice in there. That's good. The green lights, yep. Been into it since I was 9 years old. Good idea on the 5-inch CPU fans on my cap. Yep. I'm going to be doing some fans above. I've got an idea to replace that one board and have fans up here blowing straight down. Although my amps do not require it. If I put Darth Vader back in here, which I'm really planning on doing, fans, it might be a good idea. Different arm rating, nice. You put a flat screen TV. I already talked about that, and I'm already thinking about that. But that's going to be, that goes up here. So we're not in that area right now. That's where the TV would go. That panel is up in the air on how it's going to roll. Let's see. Build a rack around it. So you liking the idea with the trunk thunder right there? Is that what I'm gathering from you? Now, see, you're talking about plexiglass. Look, I ain't got plexiglass money. I'm working with scrap lumber, pallet wood, and all kind of crazy stuff. I have very little funds to go buy new things. And plexiglass ain't something I got laying around. But I'm with you. It would be pretty. It would be cool it would be really cool if this was up under here and there was a plexi window that just showed off this. That would be cool. I don't have that. That ain't happening. But that would also kind of hide things. I want it all out here. I want it all right here. I want you to be able to follow it all and see what's up. A cutout. Yep. Fair. Let's see. Build a rack around it. Have a plexiglass windows in the front of the cap and on the battery. Oh. You didn't hear me. The cap's got to come out. The cap, I'm gonna have the whole setup with just running off that Banger 10K. That's the point. It's gonna be. Think of it like. I'll give you the illustration. Think of it like Atlas, right? With a fat belly. Think of it like Atlas holding up the planet, right? Now you see it? Do you see Atlas? Yeah, you came in. It's all right, though. Late is not bad, man. Late is not bad. Late is fine. I mean, think about it like this. Whenever you met your girlfriend, she wasn't just born. She had plenty of years to develop into somebody by the time you met her. And everything was fine, right? So, late's not bad. Late just means that you ain't got to break it in. You ain't got to start at the beginning. You get to start where things got interesting. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm going to tell you guys, I am twisted in the brain. So, and I'll leave you sitting there scratching your head trying to figure out what the hell I'm talking about. Because that's how I do it. I ain't about insulting nobody. And I usually stay pretty clean. But I will get all up in your head and make you think about crazy stuff. So, do I need to get a vote on this? I'm going to tell y'all, the more I stare at it, the more I look at it, the more I like it. So, if y'all are wondering where these brackets came from, that's some GP car audio. That's the alternator extenders. The little bolt on top of the alternator that you hook your main charge wire to. You put these dudes on there, and then you can extend it out and put 2. He's got them that have 4, and I might need to get some. I should have 4. If I had 4, that'd make even better because it would the 2 is 2 and 2, right? 2 and then 2, so they would fit. And they wouldn't touch. They'd be close though. But they have the two spot ones and the 4 spot ones. And the cool thing is it even puts the GP car audio logo out here and everything. I'm really liking this idea. So I get my panel and do my cutout down here And once that's bolted down, this sucker literally will not move from that spot. And that would put the whole logo, battery, everything on display. I'm liking that. I think that's the direction I'm gonna go. Let's see what kind of input we got. Yeah, see, you catch it up to what I'm talking about. Lock it down. Route the wires very neatly. Yep. Have a rack on each side. That's what I got in my brain. Do I need to show y'all the Darth Vader? Some of y'all already know about Darth Vader, but some of y'all don't. Some 3/8 wrapped, some oval windows. See? Windows, yeah, but I want everything exposed. I want it exposed. I don't want to go. I had it hid before. You look at any one of my recent videos, you can see it. You can see what it looked like when I had it all hid. And it looked clean as hell. And I hated it, but I couldn't see nothing. That was driving me crazy. See, he's talking about plexiglass again. Doc, are you going to send me some 3/8 plexiglass? Let me go get Darth Vader. Y'all ain't seen Darth Vader. I got to get Darth Vader. Y'all can follow me. I'm not carrying you, though. Y'all have to walk by yourself. Or just stay there. Just stay right there. I'll be right back. I can still talk to y'all. The audio should stay okay. It's got a pretty good range. Let me go get Darth Vader. Now, mind you, I'm going to put some panels back together. It'll be pretty, but I don't want to hide. I don't want to hide the wiring, and I don't want to hide anything. I want to hide the construction and keep the wiring on deck so that you can see what's up. I need to get this to measure anyway. I'm going to have to come back in here and get the 9.5 so we can get both of them out here together. We're going to get it over here and we're going to look at it. This is Darth Vader. This is a 21 or 22-year-old JL Audio 450/4. In my opinion, the best mids and highs amp they ever made. So let me and y'all, I know I feel bad about smoking, and maybe some kids watching. If your kids are watching, tell them smoke is bad. Don't do what the crazy white man's doing. Now that's enough of that. We can move on. I don't smoke in my videos, but this is different. I'm going at it for a long time, and my nerves and all that, we're going to be smoking because I ain't finna put myself under undue stress. All right. Now there is Darth Vader. And Darth Vader had a rough life. Darth Vader, when I got Darth Vader, my buddy had put him in 3 different builds. It had been repainted twice. It was, I don't even remember what color it was now. But I took it and completely apart. I got a video of it. You guys can find the video on the channel where I disassembled Darth Vader. Just look up Darth Vader in my videos. You'll find it. And I bedlined the whole thing. Stripped it and bedlined it. Went through. Re-thermal pasted all of the stuff. I mean, it's nice. Cleaned it out. Tested everything. It's a great amplifier. It's heavy and it's big. But it is I don't know if smoking is better than vaping or not. 450, no. 450 is 300 on 2 channels and 150 on the other 2 channels. So it's 150 on each channel for 2 channels and then 75 on each channel for the other 2 channels. And it is a slamming amplifier. Yes. El Fuego knows what's up. He's a bit of an amp freak, so you know what that /450/4, that is a banging amplifier. It does. I put it on. I run it on 1 ohm on 2 of the channels and 2 ohms on the other 2 channels, and I give it a plate full of beans and don't let it stop until I get enough. So it's huge. It's a huge amp. It really is. Yes, I agree. It is huge for the power. Now I'm gonna go get my 10K and bring it out here so we can do some comparisons. Because I wanna, I gotta look and see how the fitment of that is. Because that's important to know how we're proceeding. So I'll be right back. We ain't gonna stop till I get enough, baby. Yeah, y'all, I was a lover back in my day now. Let me tell you. I terrorized women. I had a friend that was just almost as bad as me, but not quite. Now these days, I don't be loving nothing anymore, man. I just do this stuff. I wore myself completely out in my early 20s. All right. we got to keep the label in mind here. Ooh, it's going to be tight now. But dang it, that don't look pretty good. So let's get a little bit of a shot here so y'all can kind of get an idea of how they jive together. I hadn't looked at them. I hadn't really looked at them. I'm gonna need to put a new I need to put a new coat or a little coat of bed liner on this to get it back up to a sheen, a little bit of a sheen, so it matches up with this. But if you don't count the little ears up here, they're really close to the same size. Let's do a measure here. Yeah, it's literally it's literally exactly the same size as this 10K. Technology sure has changed, hasn't it? So what y'all think about that? Now let's see. I know there's gonna be some. The punch ace tight is good though. Yeah, tight is good as long as I can make it look neat. 2 years running, strong volume. What are we doing here? Punch pro tweeters, focal amps, highs, crescendo, got a slash. Yeah, get the slash, get it fixed, Doc. Spend the money and get it fixed. It's worth it. You think so, El Fuego? That is clean, ain't it? I've been staring at it, and I've been looking at it. That's what I kept seeing. All right, I kept seeing that I should have put Darth Vader in there. It's like, it's also a dichotomy. It's also a dichotomy, right? You got, you probably hadn't even thought of this. You got 10,000 watts in this tiny box, and then 450 watts in the same size box. It's like the biggest thing, the least power, and the littlest thing with the most power. It's a total dichotomy. They're both black, and one of them is the newest, one of the newest big amps out there, and the other one is one of the oldest big amps you'll ever run. It's total dichotomy, and I really, really, really enjoying that whole concept. Savage says 22.5. Oh, I know what that is. 225. I got you. Had to think about it. I had to say it, and when I said it, I saw it. Especially the old ones, like the Zepco, looks great. The floating 2 racks over and under would still look amazing. Yeah, but see, if I was running 2 of those 9.5Ks, yes. The problem is how the wiring works on the 450/4. The wiring is behind this amp, you see. It's all back there. And it would not, it's the same size as this, but it wouldn't jam. I'm of the opinion right now that my best bet is to go straight across right here. Just side by side, and get them as close together as I can without making my speaker wires look all janky. This is where my brain is. Let's have a little. I'm gonna get y'all a better position. Have a little bit of an arranging party here. So I may have to do some wire training and get these wires tighter. But I'm thinking of something like this. Just as tight as I can get them side by side. And then figure out how to get the wires to do a better thing, because I'm not happy with the thing they're doing. Let me do a check on the power real quick on this phone. We got 21% left. That may be good for another half an hour or 45 minutes. I'm trying to think. Do I have a power brick? And no, I don't have. Wait a minute. Yes. 100% on the new school versus old school in one build. How cool is that? See? And also the giant thing that does tiny power and the tiny thing that does big power, and they're both the same size. That's brilliant. It's going to happen. I'm just trying to decide exactly how. So I'm thinking, like I said, bam, bam, wiring, doing a thing. I can float this amp up off the board, space it so that I can run power wires up behind here. This one I won't need to. I can run the power wires across and then up, but I gotta that's something else I gotta figure out. I got 8 runs of alt gauge to route, and I'm gonna have to do something, because I'm not gonna have the super cap in here, so I'm gonna have to do something funky with that. Oh. I think I might have figured it out. I may just run down to 4 runs. And I can run. I've got my distribution block. Okay. I got my distribution blocks I can put over here. I can come in with my positive, drop it on the block, come in with my negative over here, drop it on the block, pull my power and ground over, come in from, boy, we're going to be tricky. I'll figure it out. I ain't sure. I may switch these out. May put these on here. I think those will fit on here. But see, the reason I got these, I already looked at this thing real carefully. The posts are down, recessed down into this top. And so these things actually fit down in there. These will not. And there's no way they would go on here. Even like hanging out, they wouldn't fit in that cutout. But I can come in with no shorter than these runs are. I can come in from outside with the positive. Which one is that? Well, whatever it is. I'll come in from the outside with the positive, if that's a positive. And I don't remember right now. I think this is the positive. I have to find out. Yeah, there's a red up there. I remembered. So I'd come around, come in from the side, come in from the side with the positive, and then come out with 2 positives like that. Come in from this side with the negative, and then come out with 2 negatives. I can make it work. It'll take some more thinking, but I can make it work. Let's see what y'all are talking about over here. Small riser on the JR. Yeah. To hide the wiring underneath. That's exactly what I got in my brain. Like to get all the equipment in place before and then start figuring out. I agree with you 100%. 225 but I like to do multiple things at once. So I get the equipment in place, but I want to have a general idea of how the wiring is going to go before I put the equipment in place, so that putting the equipment in there, I may have some leeway left and right and up and down, and if I know basically how I'm going to run the wire, then I can fudge the equipment in the directions it needs to go to make everything work. So kind of a little of both. I like to be mindful of all the rule of thumb where shorter runs are better. Yes, shorter runs are better, but when it comes down to a foot versus 3 foot, the difference in amount is so negligible that it's not even important. So, you know, we don't want to run, 9 foot around to go 1 foot over, but the difference between a 6-inch run and a 2 foot run is not even anything to worry about. But I got a lot of thinking to do. A lot of thinking. And we got to this point. But I can't do brain work and be interesting for you guys at the same time. I'll literally be sitting here in my chair staring at this for the next couple of hours and moving things around until my brain's happy. But, and not to mention the fact that we've already been jamming for 2 hours plus. We've been doing this for a long minute. So, if you guys enjoy the insanity that I've been putting up here, throw me some love. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Because there ain't a whole lot of likes. It should be a lot more likes. There's a lot more people. Anal is good, man. I'm anal too. But you got to think about everything at one time. It's like I don't want to get the amps mounted in a specific spot and then find out that I needed them to move over 2 inches because the wires won't quite make that corner. Stuff like that, Yeah, I do that too. And I hate doing it that way, but that's the way it ends up working a lot of the time. If you guys watch my last video on amp racks, then I pitched out what I consider to be some pretty wise, sage advice. Think, and be patient and slow the fuck down. El Fuego, buying tacos. Damn it, baby. I'm all about some tacos, El Fuego. You the man. I wasn't planning on doing a live today. I was planning on doing one tomorrow and then doing one Sunday. But today, I wanted to start this so I could have it done before Sunday. I need to be tuning Saturday night. Thank you, El Fuego. You the man. Y'all see how a real player does it? There you go. 2 gauge welding cable versus 1 gauge OFC. Welding cable is the same. It should be about the same thickness as alt gauge. The difference is the insulation. Welding cable has a tougher but much thinner insulation on it. You shouldn't have any more copper in a welding cable or any less copper. Hey, look, this just my life. See El Fuego, if you live next door to me, dude, we'll be over here doing crazy shit every day. 225 Savage. Here's the ultimate thing about welding cable. If you're going to run it, don't run it under your vehicle. Don't run it through firewalls. You can use welding cable on your pretty wire section where you got nice wires running inside the vehicle. They ain't going to really get any. But on your runs that you're running outside the engine bay and back and forth, the long boogers that get in the weather and everything, get some good American Series GP car audio wire, good sky high wire, good sundown wire. Get audio wire because the jacket is much thicker and will take the abuse and is less likely to fail in those rough environments. Welding cable was not designed for that. So keep that in mind. You can use it in areas where you're not going to be beating it up, and it'll make it look pretty and make it do all your battery to amp runs and all that. But on them long runs that are in danger, put some good audio wire into there. And the America series from GP or the Diamond series from GP is two excellent choices for your big, long, nasty, out in the weather, getting beat up by the road runs. Exactly. Totally fine. Welding cable can be used just fine. It's going to conduct fine. It's not usually going to corrode or anything, but that jacket is real thin, and it's not designed for that heavy abrasion that can happen with car audio wire. So keep that in mind. Don't be making them long, dangerous runs of welding cable. Welcome. What type? There's classes. I'm lost yet, man. I must be picking up on something. Mine running under the truck. Yeah, see that? I don't. No. My car has sky high underneath as well. Yeah, I straight up wouldn't be running it in there, man. That's the one place where I absolutely would not run welding cable. And just saying, brother. I hope you got it fused on both ends, because we don't want nobody to get burned up. You know what I'm saying? If you got it fused on both ends, if you ain't team no fuse, to be perfectly honest, I like to run specific wire when my front to back runs is all marine grade. I run marine grade audio cable, audio power cable. Oh Lord. May we all take a moment to say a little prayer for 225. Just a little prayer for 225. He had good amps. Hey, you know what? I'll give you props for one thing, though. At least you had the balls to be real about it. Get some fuses, man. Better, actually, just change out that, put that wire away and use it into somewhere else in the build. Don't use it on the underneath runs. Look up America series from GP Car Audio. Get some of that. You get a piece of that, order 5 feet of it. Get it to your house. Break out your welding wire. Get a few feet of that. And then seriously compare which one of those do you want to depend on taking a beating and not shorting out. When you get done beating the crap out of them, cutting them, scratching them, and dragging them through the fire, and you see what happens to both of them and how it's different, you'll go out there and change that shit right then. Trust me, you will. I'm just being real, brother. I'm the budget man. I recycle everything. Most of this stuff come out of a tear out from somebody's business that closed down. I pull up our pallets for wood, and I got marine grade OFC copper running from the front to back under my frame. That shit ain't cheap, but I got it. I know where to spend the money at. That's the important thing. Yep. Yeah, straight up, man. Just look into it. Like I said, order a piece of America series. America starts with an M. America series alt gauge from GP. Order a little piece, right? And then compare, and you'll see what I mean. Abuse both of them. You'll see exactly what I mean. I ain't got to sell you the wire. The wire will sell itself to you. You'll be hooked from that point on. So, out here in South Carolina, you basically have to run marine grade. Exactly. That shit'll rot. I hate to see with hurricane, and then I got that welding wire. Yeah. Exactly. Welding wire is a huge step up from copper-clad aluminum, but it has some of the same problems in different ways. So you can use it fine if you're on the inside of the vehicle. You know, when you got to do all them crazy pretty runs of everything, that's where you use that. It ain't in no danger. It's going to be up inside the vehicle, and you need to save the money because you're doing 60 feet of it, running it all over the place. That's fine. Use the crap out of that. But on those runs that put out there in danger, where you got weather, the water, the salt, and the abrasion, and the whole thing is literally laying on the ground all the way from front to back, yeah, that's got to be marine grade copper, man. That's the worst possible place to put it. On average, how much SPL can a single sub you have in the truck, on the truck, do? A single sub, I have. A single sub, one of my 300s, in what? Because that's a more important question than the sub. If you put it in a Honda CRX, you could do 70s on 500 watts, but you just joking, but not by much. You put it in the back of a Sprinter van, and you might do a 135 or a 140. Yeah, that's fair. 45 is a really solid number, especially for a single 15. Is that what you said? You have a hybrid? Yeah, that's a really good number. I don't know what you got it in though. I forgot what vehicle you were talking about. El Fuego. I would cheap out on the mids and highs before. Yep. I'm with you, El Fuego. Yep. R2 motor, TI basket, carbon fiber cone. Ooh, that's expensive. Man, that carbon fiber cone bought all the wire right there. And dust cap, 4-layer, 10-inch spider. Damn, son, that's a monster sub. Kicker Comp Q, 15-inch. Kicker Comp Q, 15-inch. And 6 cubic foot ported, 1200 watts, and a 4Runner. And it's, yep, a 140. Yeah, from what I played around with, I had a 15. I told y'all I had the Hooligan, the DS18 Hooligan 15, and on a DS18 Hooligan 5K, I don't remember the cubic foot of the enclosure. It's probably somewhere around 5 or 6 feet in that general area. It was rear firing, rear port, and right up next to the back hatch on my Ford Edge. And I think we were doing somewhere around 45. I was still playing around with it quite a bit, and I ended up selling all that stuff. I sold the amp, the sub, I sold the car, sold everything. I was still truck driving. I was moving money around all the time at that point, man. Lots of money. Yeah, I'll agree with that. One good sub is always better than 2 mid subs. Huh. The reason I agree with that is because if you got the one good sub, you can always buy another good sub to go with it too. If you got 2 medium subs, you got to kind of start over, or, it's always better to get the one badass sub, and that way later on you can buy another badass sub to go with it. And you can keep carrying that badass sub on with your bills. And if you start out with like 4 lightweights, right, then you basically got to replace them if you want to upgrade, so just something to think about. I agree with you, maybe not for the reasons you meant, but I do agree with that. SUVs, loud, easy, yes. But I'm the sucker for walls now. I'm done with boxes anymore. I'm not going to do anything that I want to make loud. It's going to have a wall in it. If I do a box, it's going to be a daily driver beater that's just going to have a little bass. But I'm going to be going all wall from this point on. And once you go to a wall, the sound you get from a wall is so much better. It plays a wider, especially a flat wall. Flat wall plays a huge range of bass. Like it plays all the range, and it just sounds so good. So I mean, even for SQ, I'm going to build a wall. If I'm building a serious SQ vehicle, it's going to have a wall somewhere. No joke. The only time I run a box is if it's a real lightweight build and it's something that I'm just throwing together to have for something that I'm driving around, whatever, and I ain't really starting it. But I'm trying to do anything serious with it. Wall is the very foundation is going to be a wall. And I've heard all the walls. Now for the hair tricks and for the really low stuff, a 4th order and a 6th order is where that's at. 100%. If you want the nastiest of the nasty, 4th orders and 6th order B-pillar walls are absolutely where that's at. But I like the cleanliness and the flexibility and the range of a flat wall. So a ported flat wall, that's my jam. That's what I'm going to be running. I have done a 4th order B-pillar a long time ago. And it was loud as shit, but it sounded like garbage. So you know. That don't mean that they all do, because some of these guys have 4th order and 6th order builds that sound amazing. I didn't have that much luck with the one I built, but I was still very much a noob. That was back in the late 90s when I did that. So, yeah, that was in an S10. It was a pretty new S10 truck. It was louder. I had a ported box in. Oh, no, I take it back. I had a sealed box in there, and the sealed box sounded way better than that wall when we got done with it. And that particular setup. 415 flat wall and an O2 Versa. Yeah, that's what this is, a 412 flat wall, ported flat wall. We get some likes. Somebody smash that thumbs up button. If you look over to the guy to the left of you and jab him in the elbow, say smash the damn thumbs up button. I need a Diet Coke. We're gonna take a little trip. We're running low on juice, but we're gonna take a little trip. Look at that. Look at it. Just look at it. Get it in your brain, because I'll be shooting a video of it going together. I'm gonna do it video style though. That way I can take my time in between the shots and make it all right. And I'm gonna take a long time to get it right, but get it in your mind. That's what we're doing right there. Make the picture last. We're going to walk in. Y'all going in with me this time. This is the laundry room. Those of y'all don't know what a laundry room looks like. This is a laundry room of a duplex. See, there's 2 people. See, there's our stuff and there's his stuff. I have one of them really cool neighbors though. This is my old piece of crap refrigerator. Y'all want to see what's in here? There's Diet Coke. There's Velveeta cheese. Got milk. Got sweet tea. Got stuff for tacos. Got some leftovers. We got mustard. Got lots of... My wife likes to make tuna. We got lots of mayonnaise. Now check out the freezer. Here we go. Got my pizzas up in here. Lots and lots of ice cream. Look at all the ice cream. And this stuff. Y'all don't know what's up if you ain't had this. Get you some of these, put them in the microwave. They're the jam, boy. Let me tell you, them things are delicious. Hamburger meat all packed up and ready to go. And see, my favorite sign. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, here's my wife's favorite sign. Y'all look at this. I know I'm crazy. That's my wife's favorite sign. You can't make everyone happy. Do another taco. And that's hers. See, she has that. And guys, that thing is huge. That's like it's ginormous. It's a ginormous TV. She watches Netflix on that shit. That's her thing. Oh, I need my soda. Let me bust out my soda. Ice cream, yeah, baby. What's y'all's favorite ice cream? This one of my favorites right here. The cookies and cream. I like the Rocky Road. And sometimes I get in the mood and I like the strawberry. And my wife, we pretty much all like the same shit. But she eats a whole lot of those damn burritos. Hey, this is what's going on the grill next. El Fuego. My next grill session is going to be these bad boys right here. Boneless pork chops. Yeah, baby. They going on the grill. I'm going to do boneless pork chops and I'm going to do some smoke links too. Some of those jalapeno and cheddar smoke links. You know that's a jalapeno and cheddar smoke links, man. And some barbecue pork chops. I'll be acting a damn fool. All right, guys. My phone says 3%. We've been at this for a couple minutes. I've been through a whole battery. And y'all got it in your head. You're going to see it. Be sure to subscribe if you ain't already subscribed. And turn on the little notification bell because this is coming. This is coming. This thing's finna shut down. The phone's finna shut down. It's going dark on me. It's coming in the next couple of days. The build will be coming up on the YouTube. So hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. And y'all have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time, guys. Peace out.